You've probably heard of Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy, but have you heard of their female counterparts, Aileen Wuornos and Katherine Knight? Wuornos was a prostitute who lured men to their death. She was executed in 2002. Katherine Knight skinned, decapitated, mutilated, beheaded, and cooked her boyfriend. She was the first female in Australia to receive a life sentence without parole. Hard to believe these women were killers, isn't it? Considering that women have been traditionally viewed as nurturers, this makes it difficult to picture them in a homicidal role. It's even more difficult to imagine a female killing multiple victims. Public opinion's reluctance to believe that women kill serially makes obtaining a conviction much more difficult and leads to lackluster investigations and lack of prosecution. But contrary to public opinion, men aren't the only ones capable of violence. Women can be just as dangerous as men, if not more so. I'm Yaz, and today we're discussing women who kill. Christine Falling, convicted of killing 3 children whom she was babysitting. Dorothy Puente, convicted of killing 9 elderly boarders by poisoning them. Bobby Sue Terrell, convicted of killing 2 of her hospital patients by injecting a drug into an IV and also suspected of many other deaths. Nurse Beverly Allett, convicted of killing 4 children and attempting to kill 9 others. Kathleen Ann Atkinson, linked with the death of 2 young girls and 2 elderly women. Mary Noe admitted to the killings of her 8 children. All of this occurred in the 1980s and 1990s. Studies show that female serial killers murder their victims in plain view for the entire world to see. But typically, no one believes that a woman could kill multiple victims, so the deaths are categorized as undetermined or unsolved. This is exactly why female multiple murderers can be considered more dangerous than male offenders. Females can kill without anyone knowing what they are doing and without anyone stopping them. Secondhand data has shown that female serial killers exhibit a definite pattern of killing. They use less detectable ways to kill than their male counterparts, such as poisons or suffocation instead of knives or guns. As a result, women don't leave physical marks or evidence when they murder, so they can commit their crimes for longer periods of time without being detected. For instance, the average male serial killer murders on average for 4.2 years before apprehension, but the female averages 8.4 years before she is caught. Imagine the damage a female can do in those additional 4 years. Male serial killers use overt murder methods such as bludgeoning, stabbing, and strangling, but female serial killers typically kill using covert methods such as suffocation or poisoning. For these offenders who crave the excitement of killing, there is a side benefit to choosing a profession that places them in situations where they are in contact with helpless individuals. Due to the vulnerability of patients or children, it is easier for the female serialist to asphyxiate or poison the victim. Over 50% of their victims are very old or very young. The reasons women commit homicide mostly involve interpersonal conflict and self-defense in response to abuse and direct attack. Intimate partners are women's most frequent homicide victims. According to scholars and authors Angela Brown and Kirk R. Williams, a strong connection is found between women's victimization by intimate partners and the incidents of homicide women commit against those partners. Apparently, such homicides are often the end result of physical, sexual, and emotional abuse that has escalated to the point that women feel their well-being and even their lives are in immediate danger, and they kill as an effort towards self-preservation or in self-defense. According to Brown and Williams, the gender conditions that keep women in abusive relationships and that simultaneously support men's control and use of violence to maintain their power increase the likelihood that women will kill their intimate partners. Women are more likely to commit homicide when they are victimized, trapped by traditional expectations, and denied adequate resources to escape bad domestic situations that lead to desperation and inescapable and unbearable life situations. Having said that, some women take matters into their own hands to protect themselves or to get out of the box society has put them in, which is understandable. But then there's the other ones, the ones who get high from the kill. Because of social norms and traditional gender roles, women are able to get away with far more than men. Aileen Wuornos killed outdoors rather than at home, used a gun rather than poison, and killed strangers rather than friends or family members. Therefore, she killed, quote-unquote, like a man. She's the perfect reason not to underestimate women and what they're capable of. Until more people come to realize that women have the vicious capacity to commit murder, they'll only continue to get away with it. So the next time you hear about a family being murdered or a child being stolen, don't be so quick to think it was a man. I'm Yaz, and thanks for listening.